So in today's episode, I wanted to share with you something very peculiar, something very odd and totally and completely bizarre. And there he is, guys. Oh my goodness. Do you guys see what I see right here? A plant that is so spectacular, so unique, and yes, a bit odd, but what a plant it is. An attention getter, a great conversation starter, and a plant that will stand out from the rest of your other plants. And this particular plant right here is considered the Cleistocactus winteri, also known as the golden rat tail and the Tarantula Cactus, definitely for those very long and furry arms, or what they call their modified stems. And this is actually what I call my gargantua of a tarantula, because it is great and huge in size and definitely mimics a tarantula literally trying to climb out of its pot. Look at that. And I also have nicknamed this one the Dreadlock Rasta, because as you can see, he is definitely styling and profiling, all dreaded up and ready to go. And I do know that there may be a few of you guys that are a little bit squeamish with the appearance of this cacti, because indeed it may appear to be more related to the arachnid family than it would be to the cacti family. But let me share with you a softer side to this cactus. If we take a closer look at this cactus, you will see the true potential of its beauty, with being capable of giving quite a spectacular bloom display. And as you can see right here, with the beginning creation of buds that are starting to come up, they do have the potential of creating all throughout their tentacles and their modified stems, and you can definitely have a bountiful harvest of gorgeous blooms. So not only will you have a very interesting looking plant, but you can have a plant that is completely adorned with gorgeous blooms throughout. So yes, this cactus right here can give you quite a spectacular display, and again, quite a focal piece in your plant collection. Now, to all of the touchy-feely folks, and that is me included, you do have to be cautious whenever you are handling this cactus, because even though it appears to be cute and cuddly and furry, it does have spines, and if you are not gentle, if you apply enough pressure, you will get poked. And they do have spines that can actually be left in your skin as well. So you definitely have to be very, very gentle with it. Just remember, if you're gentle with it, it will be gentle with you. Now, this is called the golden rat tail cactus, and if you see with the newer growth at the tip, you are seeing more of that yellowish golden color. But if you take a look at the rest of the actual tendrils, you will see that it has more of a rustic yellowish appearance, or more of a rustic orange appearance. And even though this is considered the rat tail cactus, I do have to say that with the thickness and the way that the spines grow throughout the cylinder-shaped tendrils, it does give more of an appearance of the monkey tail cactus, except for the fact that it doesn't grow those long white hairs. This is considered to be a very fast-growing cactus where the tendrils can actually get to a length of 3 or 4 feet long. So you can imagine just how massive this can actually get. This is probably considered to be on the smaller side if you compare it to how large and magnificent of a specimen this can become. And as I stated, the new growth will actually show a lighter, more yellowish color in comparison to the rest of the plant. So that is how you're going to know that there are new growths coming about. And as the cactus plant does become older, you may notice some dieback that occurs in some of those modified stems, and that is just a natural occurrence where you would just simply remove, of course carefully, the dead areas within the plant. And in this case, they do have a bit of some tendrils left to the plant where I would have to cut back. So I would simply take the tendrils that are left over and pot them up back into the pot, and that will continue to grow. So that would be a form of propagation, and it is quite easy to propagate this cactus. And know that anytime you do make a cut on this cactus, it will encourage more new growth to come, such as in a case like this, where either this was cut or broken off, and this was the new growth that has now become full growth, I guess you could say. But yes, there is no such thing as a wasted cut. Now, because this is a cactus plant, a succulent plant, this does require succulent-like conditions, although I will say that this can tolerate just a little bit more watering than your regular succulents and regular cactus. It does like its warmer, hotter conditions, although I will say this can tolerate some colder conditions as well, just as long as it is not extreme or freezing. This cactus can actually bloom in the spring, summer, and also autumn months, although it is stated that if conditions are suitable, they can also bloom in the winter months as well. So this cactus, of course, can appreciate brighter conditions, also can appreciate being a little bit more on the drier side, so you definitely want to water and allow it some good dry time in between waterings. And because this cactus can also be drought tolerant, it is sufficient to water this cactus about once every 2 weeks or even once a month. And also using a well-balanced fertilizer for this cactus about once a month will keep it very well maintained. This is a cactus that can also appreciate more of a drier winter's rest. So when it is not in growth mode, you definitely want to taper off on the watering, and I would not water it more than once a month, and even still I would water it very sparingly. Know that when it is not in growth, that means the roots are also not in growth as well, and they are resting, and by providing it too much water, what will happen is the roots will rot and will also spread into the plant. So you definitely do not want your beautiful cactus plant to rot out, so be very careful when watering during the winter season. As a matter of fact, there are some people that will completely stop watering altogether until they notice that the cactus will begin to grow again, and only then will they begin to water. So that's really up to you on what you want to do. And the type of media that you would use with this cactus is something that's going to be light and airy and very easy to dry out. This does not like any type of soil that is too water retentive, and anything that is too water retentive that holds too much moisture can cause rotting issues to the cactus. So a good sandy cacti mix would be great for this cactus. Because the growth on these modified stems can actually grow so long, it does pose a threat to the tendrils being actually broken, and it can be easily done, as you can see right here. Can you see where it's starting to break? So you definitely want to keep this protected from heavy winds and any type of transportation or moving about. Just be extra cautious because they can be easily broken. But again, if they do break off, be rest assured that you can propagate that broken piece. So again, it won't be lost, but I'm sure you don't want to break such a beautiful cactus. And I do have to admit, I consider this a very, very fun plant to have. And even though this is not one of your touchy-feely types of plants, I do have to admit I sneak in a gentle toucher too, and I still have fun and play with it still. This is a cactus that is not so commonly found. You're not going to find this in your basic garden centers or your nurseries. So if you do find one of these, I would suggest that you go ahead and snatch it up right away. And if you are a succulent cactus lover, you will fully enjoy this cactus right here. I'm telling you, it is just so much fun to have and just quite an awesome view to look at. You guys know I do find beauty in uniqueness, so this is something that I consider absolutely stunning and something that I am very proud to display. So please let me know exactly what you guys thought about this particular cactus plant right here. And if you guys have this particular cactus or even a cactus that is similar to this, please be sure to let me know exactly how has it been doing for you and how do you grow yours. And please be sure to post those comments below. And I do have another rare and exotic plant haul video that is soon to come, so please make sure to stay tuned for that video as well. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please be sure to like, share, and also subscribe, and also join me on my Facebook and also my Instagram under My Orchid Adventures. And with that being said, I would like to ask you guys to keep the plant party growing, and I will see you guys later, and I'll also grow with you guys later on my next adventure. Bye bye for now. Mwah.